it's not all the way wrong. But you know, we know as a society that his behavior is
fucked up.
Yes, it is, for lack of better terms.
Yeah.
But we do know, that his behavior is that way.
Mm-hmm.
But my position is that there are so many men in the industry, and possibly even women. I'm not sure. You know, I have heard of accounts because they said that back in the day, Remy Ma, when she used to go on tour and stuff, she would get groupie dudes and get them in the room and bust them down, you know what I'm saying, treat them real slutty, and then, make them leave or whatever, you know what I'm saying, give them a little change, you know what I'm saying, like, give them a
about
change,
Ma.
pat them on their ass, tell them good job or however it is. So it's just like, it's just like you have that situation, but in this particular situation, you have minors who were in the care of their parents first. And a lot of people have been angry about me. Y'all can check me out on Travis McKee on Facebook. But y'all can see the post that I wrote about it, because there were a lot of people who were angry with me, first off, because they didn't read what I wrote.
Okay.
So let's start
They
there.
don't like to read.
And that is a problem. That is a problem in our community. We have become so digital that we forget the shades of gray, those areas of gray that still require investigation, that still require a little bit more sight, rather than what somebody has put right there before you for you to understand. Not to mention, this information is like 20-something years old. I remember when it came out. When I was in college,
I just told him everything.
It came out when I was in college, and like, I ain't gonna lie, I like this when he was R. Kelly in Public Announcement. Like, that's how old I am. So I'm telling on myself right now, but I'm gonna tell you what it came from. And he was young at that point, like, and that's what people have to know. Then when he started in the industry, Robert was only like 20, 21 years old. He was not an older guy.
Exactly.
And so for him to, and you can say it's nasty, whatever, but for him to date a 16, 17-year-old girl is not so far-fetched.
It's not.
Now,
It's not.
right now.
Right now. No, then.
Before
Back
then.
then. They kept that shit a secret when you did shit like that. I'm 42.
Exactly.
I most definitely know.
But when I'm telling you, how many girls lied to you about their age to mess with you?
They do it all the time. But as a man, you know how old these girls is.
No, you
don't.
You really don't.
Man.
But even still,
you know how I can tell how old they is?
Even still.
From a simple fucking conversation.
But listen, even still.
Conversation gonna tell me everything.
But listen to me, even still. Okay, so let's say, yes, a man knows. Even if a girl lies to him about her age,
he still knows.
Most
definitely.
But look, then at that moment, both have made a conscious decision to do wrong.
No, most definitely.
Both have. Then both are then accountable for anything that happens thereafter.
But you gonna take it out on the older one, because he's been around a little bit longer and she'll understand.
He should know.
Do not do nothing like that.
But what I'm saying to you is, if it happened to you, and let's talk about the fact that he grew up in a church community. That the reason why he sing, right?
Them the worstest kind.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is that these people supposedly of God.
Exactly.
But he was molested, and when he tried to share his pain with those lovers of God, those lovers of God told him to be quiet.
Exactly.
So then
they do it every day.
In your mind as a child, then you program this behavior as goodness, because you're associating it with the people of God who have confirmed that nothing should be done about it.
Definitely about that.
So we are talking about not just a problem with his crimes against people. We're talking about a condition.
That nigga fucked up.
This man has conditioned himself to please a God.
What God is that?
But listen. Based upon misinformation from his family. Listen to me.
So they say his family fucked up then, basically.
They are. They are
fucked up. They family's the cause of him being the way he is.
Because you can't know what this boy started getting molested when he was 6 years old, and it didn't stop until he was 15, 16 years old. And that's possibly when he stopped classifying it as molestation, because it's cool to fuck when you're 16. Let's be for real. So
most definitely.
your sister pulling your head down to her and making you. I mean, just imagine all the stuff he went through at the age of 6.
Hey, he wasn't the only one she did that to.
No, he was not. But but what I'm saying is,
okay, then. That's what I'm saying.
But that was never treated.
Hey,
that was never
because
treated.
they got one of them type of families that kept their mouth shut about everything.
Exactly. But
by
then
them
his
being,
brother go to start singing?
That's what I'm saying. Most definitely.
Did his brother start going to sing? Did his brother have a multi-million-dollar Hollywood career?
No.
Was he in the industry at all? Because then my second point is the common denominator in every one of these situations is the industry.
Money
is the industry.
That's why they closed. They turned the brand out to everything.
It's not even about money. It's about mental control. It's about making you all feel and think a certain way at any certain time when they feel like it.
That's
like they prompting our asses right now to talk about this nigga while 800,000 IRS employees have been furloughed, and our punk ass president is telling them to make deals with their creditors to stay afloat. Call your mortgage company and they'll understand. We can't work the Trump way. We can't work on credit like you and your mama and them did for all of these years. We can't do that. So that's my point. We can sit here and we can spend the next 30, 45 minutes talking about a mute issue, talking about the fact that and be clear, everybody. I don't condone his behavior. What he did to those little girls was incorrect. He is a sick son of a bitch for it. Yes, sir. But I stopped listening to the nigga music when I seen him piss in Sparkle Lisa's mouth. Okay? I stopped listening to the music, Nick. I just want and all that nigga had to do was release a gospel album for you sheeple and start singing about happy people and stepping in the name of love. And y'all forgot that he was a devil ass troll. That's y'all fault. That is everybody's fault who is involved in this particular situation. Because this boy never promised you that he was gonna stop fucking with little girls. He never said that shit. Nobody brought charges up against him then when it happened. You wanna know why?
Because they wanted their money.
No, exactly.
The families wanted that money. They thought R. Kelly could put everybody on.
Was the one who released the sex tape because she got mad because the nigga was sitting on her second album release. This is all trash from the jump. And that's what I mean about folks that are digital and not analog. Because you don't have depth of knowledge to get this mad about this motherfucking shit.
Most definitely.
Y'all all on Facebook, he's this, he's that.
They don't know the man at all.
You don't know shit.
Don't know the man at all.
You don't know nothing about, you don't have enough knowledge to even really be able to speak and formulate an opinion because your perspective is so skewed and so narrow.
No, they just to the music. They just look at the music.
You are dumb.
Look past the music.
Believe everything that is said.
You're dumb. You are dumb.
Most definitely.
Because he married Aaliyah early, but guess what? As soon as Aaliyah could get old enough, what she do? Go fuck with another 20-year-old plus nigga older her, Damian Dash. We all try to make it like these situations ain't what they is. And then let's talk about it from this perspective, because I got a whole lot of shit to talk about. Yes, I do. That's why I came on the show today. Because I got a lot of shit to talk about.
Yes.
Let's talk about the fact that the other common denominator amongst all of these situations where these so-called pedophiliac tendencies have been revealed is that we have rich, black, and they are owners of intellectual property. Okay?
Hello.
They are owners of intellectual property. It started off with Prince and Apollonia. That when the nigga put the thing on his face and he said he didn't want to be called Prince no more because he was being treated like a slave. They was telling us, he was telling you then. But Apollonia was what, 14, 15 when she started messing with Prince? Prince was smooth about 30.
So he was smooth about 30.
Okay, but it didn't come. We knew. We watched it on the damn Purple Rain.
That's
everybody,
right.
In my Betamax. That's how old I am. Yeah, in my Betamax, I watched Color Purple. But
definitely.
I mean, fucking Purple Rain. But that nigga, y'all didn't say nothing about it.
Right.
Y'all didn't say nothing about it until he started talking about how y'all was treating him and how he didn't want to be y'all slave no more and how he wanted rights to himself and how he wanted to be in control of his own damn self.
Exactly.
He gave up his name. He gave up his birthright name. The name that his mama gave him, he gave it up.
He changed the name to Symbol.
To free himself. To free himself from this fucking industry.
Most definitely, he's the smartest man
and
in the world.
then let's go forward. Who else did they decide to attack when somebody went after some intellectual property? Oh, Michael Jackson.
Hello.
He went and bought that Beatles shit. He sat up there at auction, and Paul McCartney couldn't even outbid him. And these hunky setbacks said to themselves, How did we let him get so much money?
He got big bread.
Oh my God.
He got big bread.
Wait a minute, we gotta slow all of this down.
Hey, but
So
I
now
would
we're
be
gonna
mad,
start
too, if
telling
somebody
his
out
dirty
there
little
for my
secrets.
music.
Because
That's what
if
they
you
do.
know the secret,
Most
that
definitely.
means you was in the room. That's all I
Hey, I
gotta
would be
say.
super
If you
mad
know
too
the
if somebody
secret,
out
you was
there
in the
for my
room.
If
music.
you know the secret, you was in the room.
That's right, in the
definitely.
wrong. That's right.
Because ain't nobody gonna go around telling nobody no stuff like that. Ain't nobody bragging about that kind of stuff. If you know it, you was there.
Most definitely. You know, a whole lot of people let a whole lot of stuff go past.
Yeah, he trash.
That's why that
we
man
know
did
he
what he
trash.
did. That's why that man
But
did what he did.
the whole situation is trash. The whole
sure
way
is.
that they
From the beginning,
and
20
they
years ago.
and they've been talking about it. Like y'all forget even about how they did some of these white kids that is out here. Drew Barrymore, for instance, they had this little girl at these grown up ass
Yeah,
parties
Drew
drinking
been fucked up.
martinis and
Drew been
smoking
fucked
cigarettes
up.
when she was
Yeah.
10 years old.
What?
Lindsay
10 years
Lohan, all
old.
of them.
I had no
Lindsay
idea.
Lohan, all of them. They all was all that. They
10
all was
years
out there.
old. We have
All of 'em
always
was out
slaughtered
there.
our young for the
Most
industry.
definitely.
And the truth be told is because as a society we abhor age.
Flat out.
We act like aging is a crime. It's something that we should not want to do.
Not me. I love
Right.
turning old.
Thank you,
Shit,
but-
fuck that.
Everybody doesn't feel the
They
same
so
way.
don't.
They is getting laced
Yeah,
with weeds
yeah,
to
you right.
hide their hair shedding. They drawing their
Yeah.
eyebrows on. They getting Botox in their face. They pumping up their titties. They pumping up their booties.
Yes.
They doing everything they can to avoid looking their age.
You
And
ain't
that
gonna
is
fall
the
into that
reason
shit.
why they also won't change the name of this crime from pedophilia to something more appropriate like
Like what?
pedosadism.
Nah,
because that's what it should be called.
That shit is it's bad.
Look,
it's
philia
already
means
bad.
philia means to love.
Straight
Okay,
up.
so pedo is means children. So or it means young or youthfulness.
They most definitely.
So to
Okay.
say pedophilia means that means that I love youthfulness. I'm a pedophiliac.
Who came up with
you
the
a
word?
pedophiliac. You a pedophiliac. Everybody